Jan Ochoa.
Abby Russell.
Jan, can you tell me why I'm playing this game?
Can you tell me why it's a black screen right now?
Can you tell me why it's a loading screen? That's what we're looking at currently.
Can you tell me why I didn't know it was a loading screen and why this may be a. Is this a thing in improv? Just constantly asking, tell me why? Is this a yes and?
Can you tell me why? No, not at all. And this is actually really very hard to do. And I'm going to end it now, but by saying we are playing the game Tell Me Why, which is a Don't Nod production. They did the Life is Strange games, and they are back with another in a very similar vein, similar like emotional family story with a little bit of magic. Who doesn't love magic?
I love magic.
And I would say the scene we're seeing here is about halfway through chapter 1. I don't think it's too spoilery. I mean, granted, it's a very narrative game, so
Sure.
do what you will. But long story short, Tyler, these two characters are siblings, and Tyler was in like a home for like reformed kids for being like a troubled kid. And he just got out, and his sister picked him up, and they're like reunited, and they're going back to their childhood home. And I think at this point, you don't really know what's happened at their childhood home, a little bit of a mystery. But of course, things are maybe a little bit dark, a little bit weird, a little supernatural, and it is in Alaska, which I find fun.
I love Alaska.
Yes, and this is also, I believe, Jan, correct me if I'm wrong, $30 on Xbox One, which I'm currently playing on, and it's also on Game Pass. Every chapter, there are 3 chapters, and then it's also on Steam. Is that what you said?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, cool. Jan, what is your like experience with the Don't Nod games?
I've actually always been curious about trying them out. I've never. I mean, I think the closest thing to this style of game I've played is the Dark Picture series, which isn't exactly the same. But, I've always been tangentially interested in a narrative experience like this, especially if there's family magic.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, get ready, because there's a whole lot of it. Yeah, I think these games are fun. I like a narrative game. I like when you get to choose what's happening. And they're usually pretty well acted, very well done. I think a little cheesy, and sometimes that cheesiness works, like in the first one where it's like high school setting, and sometimes it's like a little less effective, I think.
Sure.
Anyway, here they are reminiscing.
So in these games, are there's moral choices? Is that correct? Or
Yeah, sometimes it's less a moral choice and more like a social choice, I think I would say. So like for this,
okay.
it's like, do you want to agree with your sister or disagree? Like, do you want to go along with her idea or with your own idea, kind of thing like that. And that's how, or like, hey, maybe you'll offer like an olive branch in a place where maybe you might want to bristle. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. But I've taken over. I am playing as Tyler. He's got cool shit in his pockets. Honestly, his outfit, I could see you wearing this. I could see you wearing this, Jan.
I dig the fit.
I don't
I was
love a
about to
denim
say,
on denim, but
it's a sick bird he's got embroidered on.
yeah, Phoenix. Wow. That was a
Sorry,
fun one for
sorry.
me. So wait, you're a fan of Alaska? Have you been?
No, it just it's a fun word state to spell.
This is true.
Yes.
Alaska. All right, well, let's try to go in the house. It seems to be where Allison wants us to go, so I guess we'll do that. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, nothing bad could happen, right? Uh-oh.
Door's locked. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, it's a good thing I remembered this.
This is like very traditional to these kinds of games of like, all right, you gotta go do a thing. Well, nope, you gotta walk around and figure out another way in.
Yes.
I would say I've played through the entirety of the first chapter and a little bit of the second chapter. I'm eager to see it through, see where it goes. I like it. I think it's fun. I don't like love it, but I do really enjoy it. I'm eager to see where it goes. I'm eager to see how things resolve, some of the mysteries where they go. I feel like towards the second back half, there's like a lot of stuff, scenes with kids, and that's not always my favorite thing in media because I think sometimes I'm like, that's not how kids talk. That's not how they interact. It just feels like not real in a way I don't
Yeah,
enjoy.
kids are surprisingly actually very dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb as shit.
But we are trying to sell this place, and broken windows aren't exactly the crafty goblins. I
Nope.
haven't thought about them in forever.
I also feel like that happens a lot in this game that I don't remember happening in the other games so much. Where you'll be doing something and then a character's like talking, like about to tell a story, and then you'll accidentally interrupt them, and then they just like drop
Oh,
that thing, and it takes me out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always been a pet peeve. That happens a lot in the Avengers game, actually.
Oh, really?
But I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
turn up when we clean this place out.
Anyway, let's go find a way in. We're at this house to basically, this is like our mother's old house. We're here to
She had the money for solar panels.
to clean it up, to basically sell it. We're like finally going back to sell the old place.
Selling mom's house?
Look, a lot of bad memories here, Jan. Okay. lot of
Sure,
bad
sure. I mean,
memories.
Tyler did wind up in a wayward home for boys.
Precisely. Troubled youth. Okie dokie. I do
I can't
remember where to
help
go.
but,
I just like looking around.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I've got nothing to say.
Too bad.
You do like what?
I can't help but
Sale.
the model they have for Allison looks exactly like a former boss of mine, and it's really taken me out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you not like that boss?
Oh no, she was great. She was great. Fantastic.
In fact,
I owe her my life.
ever come out-
Wow.
Yeah.
We should do this for a living.
Yes.
I love having a conversation with my sibling where we both stare off and do not look at each other at all.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm gonna forget how to have like a casual conversation in the office once things resume. If and when things resume.
Yes.
And then I had to
It'll
walk
be
all
like
over the
this.
Delos
Don't look each other in the eyes. Back to them.
Walk
Stiff.
around,
You had
stop a conversation, start a new one.
Exactly. So you have these options. Usually like two
I
things.
mean, are you really living life if you haven't gotten a concussion?
They don't always seem
I think that's the brain.
the most like a lot of these like, hey, quick dialogue options don't really seem like the most influential for your story or your characters. But you can definitely like fuck up a conversation, which I had done, which is fun. I enjoy having those consequences.
You ever save scum or replay a level?
I
because
try
you didn't
not
like what you did?
to. I try not to for these games because I think that's part of the fun of them, and I think if you make them perfect,
No, you're right.
it just doesn't do it. You know, it just is. It's not
Yeah.
in the spirit of these games. I think it's fun to live with the consequences of like, whoops, I just let a character die. You know what I mean?
You're a better person than I am.
There are some games I'd definitely save scum, but not a narrative one like this necessarily. Usually, what I'll do is I'll look up stuff later on and be like, huh, how did other people play this, or like, what's the right way to play?
Yeah. And the right way is actually just your way the whole time.
Exactly.
Scared the shit out
That's also what makes these games fun. Is I do feel like sometimes you make a choice and you're like, oh, that was the wrong choice, and then like a little bit down the road, you're like, actually, that was the right choice. Good on me. Okay, let's go try to get into this house. Tired, Allison?
This Tyler also looks like the actor from Kick-Ass.
Didn't use the compost.
Which one?
What's his name? He was Quicksilver
Nick
in the
Cage?
Marvel movies. No,
Mm,
Aaron something.
What'd you find?
Aaron Sorkin.
Treasure.
Seriously?
Yes, Aaron Sorkin.
Stash it there.
Goblin secrets are always well kept.
I don't know who you're referring to, but I believe you.
Thank you for your belief and trust.
Open sesame.
Let me guess. It's locked.
Yup. Know any other secret passwords?
Honeydew? Nope.
So, any idea how we're gonna get in?
We used to play under the house when we were kids.
It's a normal thing
Oh.
kids do.
Good treasure down there.
There was
They also have this whole thing. I think this
the
is
laundry room?
some of the stuff that doesn't
If I can still fit. I'm a little taller than I was.
resonate with me as much as it did, as some of the other games did, is I feel like there's like the aesthetic of this one is like a little bit like ooh whimsy, like ooh ooh, like natural whimsy, goblins, witches, and it's not vibing with me as much. I also think these other games had like a diary or a journal that you kept that would like update as you played, and like it would change depending on the choices you made, and there'd be like little sketches and drawings, and I found those really dynamic and fun. And this is a storybook, like a children's storybook that has all of these stories already written into it that you have to like read kind of a lot of to like decipher clues, and I just don't find that as fun. I don't want to sit there and like read a kid's book to figure out a puzzle, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked how dynamic the other things were. So
does the game keep into account like the decisions you've made through that storybook, or?
so the storybook doesn't change at all.
Okay.
As far as, at least not to where I've gotten to. So it does keep things in mind as far as like, hey, did you like what were the social choices you made? And there are some things with the storybook that like you can get puzzles wrong. But
Hey, I see a screwdriver.
Now all we need
I don't know if that answered your question. A laugh and no response means probably not. Okay. This is some of the supernatural
boy.
stuff. Remember.
Don't leave this room until everything looks as clean as a whistle. Ugh. This is
Tyler
not
doesn't
the
seem
time
like a
to
fun
talk
young
about
kid.
You and your big mouth. Hey, you were thinking the same thing. You just weren't brave enough to tell her. What good would it do? It's not like she ever listens to us anyway. Well, I'd rather scream it right in her stupid face than be a quiet little mouse.
They have a tumultuous relationship with their mother.
We need to put it back.
Hmm.
Maybe we can hide it somewhere. You know, for fun. Goblins are supposed to help the princess. Not
Do
the
they
mean
both
trick.
see this?
Whatever. You're not fun.
I don't know, Jan. This is the first time they introduced this in the story.
Oh, okay.
Did that just happen?
I don't know, but I saw it too.
It felt like it did when we used to
Does
share
that answer your
thoughts
question?
with our voice.
Yeah.
But that was a memory of us 10 years ago, right? I vaguely remember it happening.
Oh god, this seems like the worst superpower. I would not want to remember
I know.
things.
I do not want to see myself as I was as an 11-year-old. No, thank
Oh my
you.
God.
Then have to like
Chubby
share
little
that
Jan.
memory with like another person. Oh God.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's weird, but our voice was always a good thing. This could be too.
I'm feeling something again.
I don't know why I thought they were gonna see like a big ass deer.
Focusing on my bond. Remember. I think this mechanic's fun enough. You know, some of the other mechanics that you've had in these games has been like move objects and like time travel, basically like rewind time a little bit. And this one I
Okay.
think is like a less interesting one, but it does sort of it's also like I have questions about it because later on in the game you get to points where like Allison's memory of something is different than Tyler's, which I think is cool. But it's
Oh.
also like sometimes they're exactly the same, which I guess is also fine. But you have to choose like which one do I want to go with? Do I want to go with Allison's or Tyler's? So that's sort of how this mechanic plays out with the rest of the game generally.
That's a neat twist.
Yeah. Oops.
Are these frogs?
I think I'm looking for the silent frog. I accidentally clicked the wrong one. I want this one. This is the memory revealed this.
Where's the key?
I simply talked over it.
Okay, sorry.
Tyler has like that waist keychain thingy coming out of his pocket.
That's like
but he has no
you.
keys.
Well, he just got out of like a thing, so I'm sure he's keyless at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
He
picking
got out
up
of that like
window.
group home. It's also this house has like not really been touched in a long time, so it's like always kind of puzzling when it's like, oh, what is this, bird feed?
Who left this box here? It looked
Oh,
I'm gonna
did
go
he just
feed
put
the
it in his pocket?
birds. Yeah, just shoved a big box of bird feed in his pocket.
Oh, that's my favorite thing. If that was a thing I could do in real life. Oh, holy smokes.
You'll finally unlock your full potential.
Yeah, imagine all the cables I could carry. And sandwiches.
I don't think I picked up the bird seed in my first playthrough. But we're rectifying this now.
These birds
Oh,
should
the
get
birds are gonna come back, Abby.
Yes. I do think this game also looks good. Everyone's really well animated.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into the house.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea on how long this game is?
I don't know. I mean, there are 3 chapters. It took me a few hours to finish the first one. I mean, I was playing, relatively slowly, like I wasn't rushing or anything. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
You sure you want to go in?
I would probably say, I would guess this would be like a 10 to 15 hour game in total.
Who knows what lives down
Oh,
there?
If
yeah,
there
for
are 3
$30,
chapters.
especially if this is on
Yeah,
Game
like
Pass.
3 hours a chapter. That seems reasonable, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
I'm gonna put it in my zine.
Oh, God. I'm going to get canceled over this.
Can you buy my zine too, Abby?
Yeah, I'm pretty rich.
All right. Ah.
Then why am I laughing?
Jokester.
But you're still an idiot.
Abby, I don't have any siblings. Is this what a sibling dynamic is like?
I don't have a brother, so it's hard to say. I think it depends on your
Okay.
sibling, but sometimes it's a lot of yelling, a lot of fighting. It also depends on your age.
Because I'm thinking if this was me going to go sell my mom's house, it'd just be very lonely and miserable.
Yeah, yeah, damn. Yeah, I think it depends on your sibling. I think as adult siblings, it's different, and also depends on the adult siblings.
Are you okay? What happened?
Fair.
Just hit my head like an Wait. What? Where are you?
We're talking with their brains.
Holy shit. All right. So my dad's part of a pair of twins.
Oh,
And
cool.
I'm 100% convinced that him and my uncle could talk.
Are
through
they
their
the kind of
heads.
twins that like see each other every day and are like attached at the hip? Those twins?
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Okay.
They're identical too, which is
Freaky.
yeah.
Left
look, Baby
after
Yoda.
Goblins. Jan, it's the creature. Wait, actually, I don't remember what it's called. The child. What's the thing called?
The creature child.
Wow.
Um,
You again.
can I flip? Turn. Leave. Just finding trash under the house. No big deal. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like twins. Nothing against twins, but also sometimes I'm like, wow, y'all seem real codependent in a way I don't always understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm half
Uh,
scared that that I carry the twin gene, and that
Oh.
I will have twins.
You probably will. That's a thing. It's like I have cousins who are twins, and they had kids who are twins.
Oh,
I would love twins. Just get it all out in one.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You ever been to Alaska, Abby?
Yeah, my folks used to live in Alaska, so I've been a number of times.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they lived in Wasilla.
A goblin never forgets where she stashed her treasure.
Hank. It always had to be Hank. Marianne grilled us about all these missing dishes.
Dude, I'd be so mad as a parent if my kids were underneath the house, potentially breathing toxic materials and leaving food down there.
Their mom was kind of like a loose and wild mom, freewheeling. How do I get? I forget how to get up here. There's like
I think there was another thing to go underneath.
a prompt.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we came.
Oh, here we
from
go. I think I see it.
Ah.
Rosebud. feel like this house is too well preserved. Maybe they had like a buddy coming to check on it, but like it'd be like dusty. There'd be shit living in it. I don't think so. The pipes would be broken.
Since you've been to Alaska, does the cold just preserve memories and the condition of the house?
Yes, it's like in Everest where you see like all the corpses. That was a dark way to take that joke, but I think that's more to do with the altitude than anything. I think altitude plus temperature equals no decay.
Checks out.
Coming.
Something about Half-Life in there, right?
Okay. If you say so.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Noted scientists.
I'll live. Good to hear your voice again.
I feel like my audio just ducked down. Not really sure why. Jan, you still there?
I'm still here, yes.
Okay. But that's probably a good place for us to end it anyway. I mean, this is just like a snippet of what is to come. You know, like I don't want to spoil too much of the story.
Yeah.
But I am really enjoying this game. I think it's fun. I don't know if it's the best Don't Nod game around. They also handle things like trans characters, and they have, it seems like the mother they're dealing with deals with some mental illness, and I'm sort of curious to see how that resolves, but it seems like they are consulting the right people for this. So I'm hopeful that they will handle it respectfully, since they seem to be handling a lot of the other aspects of this game respectfully.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. I think it's fun. I'm eager to know where the story goes. I wish it had the fun little journal like the last time. That's one of my biggest complaints. But
Sure.
all in all, big fan. Jan.
I am now a big fan. I'm going to go remember things and have them manifest in person.
Yeah, ask your dad if he can do this with his twin.
I will.
Okay. Wow, this plant's dead as fuck. All right. Well, thank you, Jan. I'll see you
Thanks, Abby.
later. Goodbye.